Hi, my name is Jared, and in the next few minutes I'm going to show you what this superhero has to do with you building muscle. And I'm also going to reveal the number one big mistake that you may be making in and out of the gym that's robbing you of 95% of your natural muscle gains. And if you don't fix this big mistake, then it'll be like hanging a big sign on your body that says, I don't want to be strong and muscular. Please keep me skinny forever. Now, also in this short presentation, I'm going to give you 3 little-known secret keys to building as much muscle as you want naturally, without having to pound down worthless bottles of pills, powders, or potions, and without having to resort to extreme diets or kill yourself in the gym for hours every day. And these 3 secret keys are what I like to call steps. Will help you build as much natural muscle as you want, transforming you from skinny to superhero faster than you ever imagined possible, allowing you to leap tall buildings, stop a train dead in its tracks, or run faster than a speeding bullet. Plus, look good for your significant other or draw approving glances from the opposite sex when you go out with your buddies. Now, a fair bit of warning. I have no idea how long I'll keep this presentation online for, because part of this video is very controversial with what's revealed. In fact, so controversial that has made some very powerful people in the industry quite mad, and I feel pressured to remove some of those parts in the video. So just watch this now before I'm forced to remove it. Because at around the 7-minute mark, I'm going to peel back the curtain and reveal to you why it's not your fault that you haven't been able to build the amount of muscle you've always wanted and sculpt the body of those superhero action stars that you see on the big screen. In fact, I'll even show you how your body has been genetically programmed against you. Yes, that's right, against you, from seeing and feeling any type of real results, and how to overcome this programming starting today. And just because I want to see you succeed, I'm going to expose the muscle and fiction industry's dirty little secrets that keep tricking you into forking over your hard-earned money by taking advantage of your desire to build muscle and sculpt the body you've always wanted. And I'll also show you how my friend, I'll call him Dave to protect his privacy, in just 4 weeks actually got more cut, more muscular, and stronger just from these same simple tips and tricks that I'll be sharing with you today. In fact, this is some of the controversy that you'll discover in just a few moments. However, first, I'm going to share a story with you that's pretty embarrassing, and you'll see why in just a moment. In fact, it was so embarrassing that I never wished this type of thing to happen to anyone at any time. Yet it's one you need to absolutely hear. You'll see why in just a moment, so keep watching. Deal? Now, before I stumbled upon these 3 simple steps to building muscle and going from skinny to superhero, I was that skinny guy you've probably seen in the gym or just walking around. Well, I was actually more than skinny. I was below bony. But after making my breakthrough discovery, this is what I look like now. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I sprouted muscles overnight or anything crazy like that, but building lean, hard muscles got a lot easier and faster once I discovered the breakthrough that I'm about to share with you here. But before that, you need to know how low I sank and the grief I dealt with before I discovered these shortcuts. It was a typical summer day. I was out in Long Island in New York at Jones Beach with a bunch of friends of mine, doing what you would normally do on the beach, just hanging out, throwing the frisbee around, having a blast. And I remember that day because it was record temperatures in July. Well, I decided to go for a walk along the ocean because the waves were calm, and out of the corner of my eye, a few hundred yards down, I noticed this guy to my right talking to this beautiful girl. And by beautiful, well, she looked like one of those models in the magazines and on TV. And I also noticed this guy was huge. He looked like a modern-day superhero. And right then and there, it hit me. I wanted the female attention that he was getting, and I wanted to be built like he was. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who had dreams when they were younger of looking like those action stars we see on the big screen. And it all really changed that day on the beach. I became hooked and addicted. I was bitten by the iron bug. And I never told my friends this, but that night in my hotel room, I cranked out close to 1,000 crunches and 500 push-ups, which of course never gave me the ripped six-pack or massive chest that I wanted right away. In fact, the next day I was so sore that it was painful just to breathe or laugh. Yet when I got back home after the beach, I went to the local gym and signed up on the spot because I wanted muscles like the guy on the beach. However, weeks and months went by, and I was hitting the weights pretty hard 6 days a week, following the routines of the pro bodybuilders in the magazines. I was taking all of their weight gainer supplements, their pre-workout boosting energy pills, and scoops upon scoops of nasty tasting protein powder. Yet sadly, a few months later, my skin and bones body failed to gain even an ounce of noticeable muscle. Now, I did put on weight, but it was all in my gut, and I even developed a thick pair of love handles. And that night, as I looked at my shirtless reflection in the mirror, I felt cheated and disappointed because I was now the skinny fat guy, embarrassed to take my shirt off. And perhaps you can maybe relate. And here's where I had the most embarrassing day of my life, but that was the day that turned it all around. So while I was walking to class with my friend Caitlin, and by the way, I had a secret crush on her, so don't tell her, promise.